the university is truly grateful to have recently received a very generous donation of 27 million Hong Kong from the late Mr. Yao Lin. The donation of the Yao family to the Chinese university has made possible the establishment of 2 endowed professorships in the School of Architecture and the Department of Surgery. The gift will foster academic excellence and strengthen the strategic development of our university. It will go a long way towards enhancing research in architecture and surgery at CUHK, thus contributing to the well-being of the people in Hong Kong and the wider world community. Professor Edward Ng will be the first incumbent of Yao Lin Professors of Architecture.
It is an honor for me to be here today to present to you Professor Ng Edward. Edward joined CUHK in 1999. He teaches design and environmental technology and researches on areas of daylight design, urban climatology, and sustainable architecture. As an architect, he has twice received the prestigious international award from the Royal Institute of British Architects. Edward is strongly dedicated to humanitarian work. In 2005, Edward pioneered the idea of Wuziqiao, Bridge to China. Over the years, he has led over 1,000 students from 20 universities to China for humanitarian projects. He is the recipient of Red Cross Hong Kong Humanity Award 2010, and he is also an honorable mention of Reader's Digest Asian of the Year 2011. Now, may I introduce you to my dear colleague who devotes in improving lives with his spirit, knowledge, and effort, Professor Ng Edward.
The title of my talk today is The Right is to be Done. Actually, I stole it from Sir David a long time ago. He did not remember now. And in the best of time and in the worst of time, I hope this is the case. Before I start, I have to confess that I seldom, if at all, dress like this. I'm more happy dressing like that, for work and for fun. So try to forget how I look like today. And if you see me dressing normally tomorrow on my bicycle, rest assured that I am still who I am. High science and low technology was our motto. The building design was based on high-tech, advanced energy simulation findings and building physics. But its making was grounded on low-tech, village culture, heritage, and building techniques using naturally available materials. in中文，太空科技，土炮營造。While I was designing the school, I realized that there was a more life-threatening problem around the corner. Every day, half of the students needed to risk their life crossing the river like this to go to school. I was no structural engineer, but I still remembered a few lessons I learned from one of my structure teachers, Tony Hunt, who was the engineer for Foster's, Rogers, and the like. I went back for more. And for those of you who know Tony, you know that the quality of his idea depends on the quality of the wine he drinks. So every time I needed to consult him, I had to buy a very good bottle. But I think I can get used to that. So CUHK student, please take note. Together, we designed a simple bridge for the villagers. Tony called it the Tai Chi Bridge. It was designed to yield when the flood comes, only to be put back when the water is gone. 太極造橋. When I was busy doing the school and the bridge, something happened in Hong Kong in 2003. SARS hit Hong Kong and the situation was desperate. And I have to be careful here because my boss, the SARS hero, is here. We are no doctor, so we cannot do as much, but we still have to do our part. It was noted that its congested urban environment and its lack of light and air might have something to do with it. So the Buildings Department unfroze our earlier report. It became the PNAP 278 practice note. And the government team clean report asked for investigations. In 2008, Wenchuan in China suffered the unprecedented 5.12 earthquakes. Millions were affected. I visited the place and met an old lady. She told me, I am old now. I can die in my tent. Don't worry about me. I told the old lady, before the next Chinese New Year, you will live in your new home. My student pulled me to one side and told me, Edward, you are nuts. Actually, I know students call their professor nuts every day, but behind their back, okay? So very seldom in front of them, but this is the exception. There is no way that we can do anything before the next Chinese New Year, which is only 3 months from now. The ground is still shaking. Nothing can be moved in or out. It is impossible. We must wait until next year. I told my students, you go and tell the old lady this. In the meantime, let's get on with it. So we developed a way to build. We make use of the debris of the destroyed house. We started from one end and move on to the other end. By the time the house was built, all the debris was cleared and reused. Together with our students and villagers in January 2009, 3 months after my first visit and a month before the Chinese New Year, we rebuilt the old lady's home. And 3 months later, we finished all 33 homes in the village. We also built them a community center, a dancing piazza, and a bridge. Nothing is impossible. The right must be done. A few years ago, we finished building a bridge for the locals. A woman came to us, tears in her eyes, told me, thank you for building this bridge for us. We are safe now. She stopped for a while, more tears in her eyes, held my hand tighter, and said, but why? Why you only come now? My son was washed away last year. So in the meantime, let's get on with it. And for life, the right must be done. Thank you.